Ooh, I'm loving this black and white. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Should I say welcome to the channel or welcome back? You've only done one video. One. Yeah, but I still did it. Maybe I should say both. Yeah, both. Hello everyone, I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to the channel. And once again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed and viewed the content so far. The last few weeks have been equal parts completely overwhelmingly exciting and also abject terror. It's one thing to have really wanted to do something for over a decade, but when you actually get to doing it and putting yourself out there metaphorically naked for the world to see, it's quite scary, especially when you suffer from mental health issues and conditions. But I'm absolutely loving creating content and I'm here to stay. So thank you all so much for your support. Now today we are taking a turn towards the well-being aspect of the channel. One of the conditions that affects my daily life is known as ataxia. Now, ataxia can affect your body in several different ways, but one of the main ways it affects me is it causes my limbs and particularly my hands to shake. Now, that can be a problem doing things like sewing and being creative like I love to be. However, keeping your hands going and working on your dexterity and your fine motor skills can actually help improve conditions like ataxia over time. However, the condition is really frustrating and sometimes it takes a heck of a lot longer to do a simple task than it would if, say, you didn't have ataxia. And that's not even beginning to mention the pain that you can experience with it as well. Now, when I went to one of my first neurology clinics to discuss ataxia and the other issues I have, for example, I can suddenly just fall onto the floor. There's no warning whatsoever, I just, for want of a better phrase, I just stack it. Which, you know, is difficult. But when I was speaking to my neurologist at the clinic, he did tell me that caffeine as a stimulant can actually exacerbate conditions and make things like ataxia worse. So when I got home, I started a little mission to avoid caffeine. And one of the main ways I do this is I have taken tea with caffeine out of my daily diet. And one of the main ways I do this is something I love to call stinky tea, which to everybody else is simply known as herbal tea. So today I wanted to take you on a little journey of my favourite herbal teas and looking at their ingredients and how they can help you and how they've helped myself, and hopefully they might be able to help some of you out there too. So without further ado, here is how I help myself get my caffeine fix. So without further ado, let's get talking about my favourite herbal teas of the moment. So one really important thing about herbal tea is that you don't want to scorch or damage the flavours. So ideally you don't want to be brewing your tea with boiling water, but with water that has been boiled a few minutes before, just so you are preserving the wonderful flavours. So with my ataxia and other conditions, I have had several accidents over the years with hot water and boiling kettles. And a few years ago, my husband said, no, enough is enough, and he bought me this incredible 1 cup, and what it does is it boils a cup of water, and that's all it boils all by itself. So not only do I not have to lift it and there's no danger of me getting hurt, but it's also much more environmentally friendly. So nothing nicer than having a lovely teapot to hand. Not only will it help your tea infuse and steep all of those wonderful flavours into the hot water, but it also means that you can make more than 1 cup at a time, which is, you know, lovely and easy and just a wee bit greedy. And the other thing I absolutely love is this cup and saucer. And who doesn't want to feel more fabulous when they're drinking their herbal tea? And to be perfectly honest, the saucer doesn't usually get used for the purpose it's intended. It usually gets used for naughty things to be eaten alongside the tea. Oh dear. First up is this pure peppermint from Twinings, and peppermint tea is very popular due to the associated health benefits. It aids and soothes digestion. It can also be said to reduce pain in headaches, and the antibacterial properties found in peppermint can even help to freshen breath. I absolutely love peppermint tea. I love the cool, crisp and fresh taste. And being gluten and dairy intolerant, a cup of peppermint tea really helps to soothe an angry tummy, particularly if I'm planning on baking something that I really shouldn't be eating. Next up are these flavoured teas from Twinings, and citrus-based teas such as these have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, which is really helpful for me with my arthritis and my joint pains and issues. And citrus is also said to have anti-aging properties. We all love that. It also helps to regulate high blood sugar and lower blood pressure. Because lemon is a natural diuretic as well, it also helps our kidneys, so lots of lovely benefits here. Now these teas are absolutely delicious and this range is fantastic. I have these 2 varieties currently in my tea cupboard. I haven't been able to find the other ones yet in my supermarket, which I'm very sad about, but hopefully I'll be able to locate and track those teas down soon. But these are absolutely delicious. I highly recommend these. Warning, UFTs have been spotted in the vicinity. I think I might need to get out more. These fruit teas are the kind of teas that I drink during the day, and they are a great way to stay hydrated. I am absolutely terrible at remembering to stay hydrated, so having tea like this in the house is a great way to do so. You're also getting a wee sneak peek at a forthcoming video as well in this clip. This next tea has a huge place in my heart. It was actually the first tea I drank as a child with my wonderful Uncle Giorgio. Chamomile has incredible soothing properties. It's fantastic for stress and has excellent calming properties. It has a light floral taste that builds quietly as you drink it, and it is absolutely delicious. It's a really enjoyable cup of tea. And here I am with Luna enjoying a nice soothing cup of chamomile while indulging in the wonderful works of anti-guru Sarah Knight, trying to delude myself into that wonderful premise of behold the field where I grow my... It would be nice if that field was barren, but sadly it is flourishing. And also behold the Christmas socks. It's January. There are not enough words for me to praise this next tea enough. Lemon and ginger has been an absolute godsend to me, a real lifesaver. The fantastic properties of ginger. Ginger is known to be a fantastic help with nausea, and nausea is something I suffer with daily. This tip was actually given to me during my pregnancy with my beautiful daughter Beth. I never knew that ginger was such a fantastic anti-sickness remedy, and this is something that I have on almost a daily basis, especially when my nausea is at its worst. It is a wonderful spicy flavour, really a delicious tea. And also, how cute is the art on these boxes? It's just beautifully and vintage inspired, and yes, how fabulous. I absolutely love it. This is a tea that I commonly use when I relax, and it's great to have a remedy that is so quick and easy for my nausea on those difficult days, and a solution that is also caffeine and calorie free, which is fantastic. All you've got to do is add a doggo and everything is wonderful. The last teas I have to share with you on this herbal tea roundup are one I like to call sleepy teas. Now, with ingredients including echinacea, which boosts the immunity, our old friend chamomile, which soothes and calms, lemon balm, which relieves stress and anxiety, and lavender, which is renowned for its relaxation properties. These teas are really, really helpful. I myself suffer with insomnia, and I don't only struggle to get to sleep, but I then struggle to stay asleep as well. And I've found that these teas really help relax me, because when you do have trouble getting to sleep, you can start to feel very stressed when that sleep time comes around. And I've found that these teas can really help me with that. This first tea is actually Lidl's own brand of sleepy tea, and it is absolutely delicious. It has floral notes from the lavender and chamomile ingredients, and it is just a really delicious cup of tea. I also find myself by the end of a cup of this actually beginning to feel sleepy, so it definitely does the job. This pucker nighttime berry tea I have only just discovered. I usually drink the nighttime tea, which is a more expensive version of the sleep well, but I have recently acquired this nighttime berry and it is absolutely delicious, so I definitely recommend trying both of these for a good night's sleep. I also recommend being tucked in by your favourite puppy. That is also very conducive to sleep, and if they are cuddly like my wonderful Loons is, all the better. I hope you enjoyed coming on that little herbal tea discovery with me today, and a little birdie tells me that it won't be the last time that we discover alternatives here on the channel, because being gluten-free, dairy-free and avoiding caffeine like myself doesn't have to mean that you're missing out, and it doesn't have to mean that you feel like your diet is boring and not exciting. And so we're going to revisit a few little hints and tips along the way to share what helps me, and hopefully it might help you. But until next week, goodbye!
Don't choke.